A large percentage of a fish's feeding behavior will occur below the water's surface. That does not mean, however, that the food they're consuming is all aquatic. Sunken terrestrials will significantly increase your catch rate. This sunken ant pattern is a must-have for any occasion ants are present, and may become a top producer for you. I like to use a larger sized curved hook. This is a size 14. A nymph or wet fly hook can easily be used instead. Slide on a black or nickel bead for weight and just a bit of shine that ants always seem to have. Get some black thread started behind your bead and wrap back to the bend of the hook. Add a half hitch to secure the thread in place before reaching for some dubbing wax. Not everyone likes to use it, but it'll really help get a solid noodle on your thread. Just dab the thread with your wax to add a sticky surface for your dubbing to hold on to. After Midnight dubbing has a bit of red, black, and shimmer all mixed into one pack. Pinch a small patch of dubbing fibers that will match the color of the bugs on your home waters. Set the dubbing onto your thread and tap your dubbing finger to your tongue to make it nice and tacky. Roll the dubbing between your fingers in one direction to ensure a solid bond with the thread. Once you get a nice tight noodle of After Midnight dubbing, begin wrapping back to form the abdomen. This should be a short taper on each side with a fat center. Add a bit more dubbing in the center of the abdomen if it's not quite prominent enough. One of the most distinguishable characteristics of an ant is their toothpick-like bodies connecting their thorax to their abdomen. Leave this part of your fly as thin as possible as you bring your thread to the front of the hook just behind the bead. For legs, we're going to strip a few fibers from a strip of synthetic hackle flash. Capture the center portion of the materials on top of your hook and pull them up to trim them to length. Splay the hackle fibers out to either side of the hook to simulate these ant legs. Add a few more wraps in front before finally taking another small pinch of After Midnight dubbing to create a small thorax right behind the bead. This doesn't have to be a very prominent ball, just enough to cover up the backside of the bead. Add a whip finish and trim your thread. With a bodkin, you can take a few dabs of your favorite head cement and let it sink into the thorax area. Add some head cement to the abdomen materials as well for additional weight and durability. This After Midnight ant may take the top fish catching spot in your box. Tie an ant army in various sizes so you can share them with your friends. Then, head over to your local fly shop and ask them to stock all the materials you need to keep the ants coming. Email or call the shop to get a hold of the best tying materials in the market. For inspiration, head over to Fly Tying University on Facebook. Share your works of art and learn from a growing community of tyers just like you. Larva Lace is a proud partner of the Fish Stories Archive, preserving angler voices for the next generation. Thanks for tying with Larva Lace. Wishing you tight lines and well-tied flies.